felt like sometimes in the traditional classroom, you know, maybe it was just like a couple of students that would volunteer sometimes, or maybe we'd have group work, okay, so then everybody could, you know, contribute to the group. But to have everybody's voice heard among the entire group, that didn't happen quite so often in the traditional classroom. So I felt, you know, the reason why I wanted to try out in a computer lab would be to get people being more active and encourage, you know, us to actively be writing and revising and giving feedback during class.
I was very overwhelmed at first. I didn't know how I was going to like it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I walked in the first day, I showed up like a week late. I picked up the class a week later than what most people did. I'm looking around, I'm looking in the computer lab, I'm like, you know, is this where my class is? I had no idea that I was actually going to be, it was going to be more interactive and online and computer oriented.
It's a lot better. I mean, I've been in 3 English classes so far, and English 111 and 112, the early stage classes, and then this one. And it's actually, they've all been in computer labs, and they're pretty great. You know, it's good to have the access to the internet to look at sources, like to help out with papers and stuff. It's nice to have that availability.
For me, I enjoy it. It helps me a little bit more with my technology skills, which weren't all that great at first.
I think it's definitely a great way to communicate, and it's definitely helpful in the sense that you can also communicate in class, but also out of class when you're back at home or at the computer lab or whatnot. Also, when we're in class, we could post certain things that could be seen throughout the whole class. So you could post comments that are projected on the projector during class, so therefore you get the rest of your classmates' feedback during certain activities.
It also helps, like, if you don't understand at a certain point, you can just go on and say, hey, I need somebody to help me out with this. I actually missed, like, the first peer review session we had. I posted on the blogger that, you know, I missed the first peer review, and if anybody wanted to spend the time to take a look at my paper, I would be more than grateful. I actually got a response back from one of my classmates, and she actually, you know, got a chance to take a look at it for me. So very, very, very helpful, especially when you're in a pinch like that.
It's also really useful that we have the overhead projection of her own computer, so then she therefore could walk us through the wiki and the blogger, and we were able to do it ourselves and watch her do it, so it made it a lot more simple.
They're a good place to post sources, I think, is for our teacher to like keep us updated. But I don't know that the value of posting on there is
a little extensive.
Yeah.
It's a little too much. I think that one of those would be good, like either the wiki or the blog, or not both. You know?
It's a lot to get used to at first, too. Like, in the beginning, I was kind of confused as to what we're supposed to be doing on them, how to get access to them.
And concise with whatever the context, concise with whatever the context is that is being presented or examined. This is an organization that actually specializes in public speaking and leadership.